Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about Jervis game I had and showing its tactical play. Now, showing the stats here, I've only got 5.5 concealment on this gate. I've only got one permanent camo, so it's 0.5. Honestly nothing. This is the build, pretty generic, pretty standard build. And I'm just going to go in the game. This is the example of teamwork done correctly. I hope this guys will help you out in the future, and this you might learn something, you might say whatever, but we'll see. So, Crash Zone Domination. Jervis. Jervis is a very jack of all trades, master of none ship. Just like all the British destroyers, they've got a lot of versatility. They're pretty much good at everything, but not great at anything, nor bad at anything, you know? So, think about the strategy. First thing you do, I'm going to see what am I fighting against. So, I want to be pushing forward, I want to be capping from money, spotting from my team, I want to be using that to help my team win as much as possible. So see, got an Akazuki, need to watch out for that. Yudashi, need to keep an eye out for that for the torpedoes, though I should be able to gun them. Benham, a lot of torpedoes and sufficient gunnery. And I forgot my other one. I think it was a Benson. That's another thing that could probably rip me a new one if altogether. Now, first of all, I'm discussing with my division mate there in Medieval to see where we're going to go. Now, since C is already A is already capped, B is going to be a hard cap. C is where I'm been spawned at, so I'll go to C. So, heading off to C, want to see what I can think about, and think what's going to happen here. I need to think where these destroyers are going to be. How can I disengage from these destroyers? Because one could potentially be an Akazuki, and there's only one boat I could comfortably outgun, and that's the Yudashi. And even then, those torpedoes are no joke. I may have the sonar that lasts a long time, but they still are no joke. They're very quick. 18-odd torpedoes, they're not very hard to spot, and even with the sonar, they're very hard to dodge because they simply just go very fast. So, if I get a combined mix of these destroyers, I really need to be careful and watch out. So, carefully creeping onto the cap. It's being contested though, so we know there's a destroyer here. Could be maybe the cruiser or another Norton pushed in, but I highly doubt it. It's probably the DD. If I can get him spotted, my team is all backing me up here. So I should be able to do it, but I think this thing is the Yudashi because he's not shooting at me, he's just keeping me lit up, which is a very smart move. So naturally I have to bail as much as I can, watch out for these shots from the Odin. I don't want to smoke up just yet. I could have, but I didn't want to smoke up just yet because I want to see how far his detection is, where he's at. There we go. There's information for my team. I spotted those torpedoes. I've turned on my sonar. I can see that. If I can disengage, there we go. So it could be a Benham there. It could be the Benham that was spotting me. Well, there's an Akazuki as well. Oof. Okay. Now, something I really don't want to fight, but if he's not shooting at me, I'm going to shoot at him. There's no reason for me to not shoot the Akazuki. I have these smoke screens, I have my sonar running. At the minute, he's not shooting me, fortunately enough. I think he's going for a different destroyer. So, I can definitely help him out. I'm going to smoke up, because I do not want to get shot by anything here. But unfortunately for me, the Akazuki also smoked up. Though, there's a lot of torpedoes coming the Akazuki's way, so there's a good chance he'll probably take a couple of those, because that's a lot of torpedoes. That Kazuki's not very good. Anyway, smoke was used just in case. A lot of people prioritize use of their consumable over their life. I would much rather use the consumable and save my life that one time rather than try and hold on and die because I was too sparring with my consumables. If you have them and they're going to save your life potentially, it's worth it. Benham opens up, it pops up out of nowhere. I'm going to light him up. Akazuki switched instantly because he is a priority target for me. He could easily kill me if he wants to. My smoke's in 17 seconds, so I need to bail. I can definitely smoke up and start farming him, but I need my smoke. So I need to be very careful about this. Trying to duke and dodge these shells here. Fortunately, 2 seconds, my smoke will pop back up. Popping it straight away because I really need this smoke. I do not want to get shot at by the Akazuki much longer. Looks like Kagero torpedoes then. Fortunately, I was just the right path to dodge them. And I think I should be able to mop up the Akazuki relatively easily now from a position of stealth. Akazuki torpedoes spotted by my sonar, because it's still run. That's one of the advantages of British sonar, it will last a long time. It's very good self-defense, and if the destroyer is close enough, you can spot them through the smoke. Now, definitely bailing from his cap. There's a Leon, there's a Venom, as well as another DD of some sort. Probably the Yudashi, but I do not know for sure. So, I'm going to bail. I cannot hold this flank much longer. I need to leave the cap. If they take it, they take it, but I cannot. I need to prioritize my own life rather than taking the caps. Caps are really important, taps are great. There we go, it was the Yudashi. But I need to conserve my life as much as possible. Yudashi's opening up on me. Very good play on his part, and so is the Venom. It's a lot of firepower, as let's see. I'm firing back because I want to get as much damage done on the Yudashi. Probably shouldn't have fired, but I'm keeping them spotted for my team. There's that. Smoke's off cooldown. I could use it. I'm going to use it here because just a little bit too much focus fire there. Wait for the salvo to come in. There we go. Burn the damage control. I could have burned it a little bit earlier in retrospect. This is all, hindsight, these things, but yeah. Not looking too pretty in health. I've been taking quite a beating, but I've got rid of an Akazuki, and so far that's a good trade on its own. I've managed to take down a tier 7 DD and a tier 6. Remember, this is very bad concealment, 5.5. But concealment, I wouldn't say it matters as much as as people may think, Much people may think. Not that bad, not that important. Because the difference is very minimal. Like, I'm spotted right now, yeah, that's fine. But what can he do about it? Is he going to shoot? No. Okay. I can bail, I can pursue him and capture him, I can pursue and spot him. You've got to be, if you know how to play the things and you know how to abuse these detection mechanics here, because if you point to the back of the ship, the detection works on the mast. So you've got two masts and they line up and that's your detection. If you're not in those detections, if those areas of your ship are not spotted, your ship isn't spotted. So if you reverse towards an enemy, or you're reversing towards an enemy, you have a couple 100 meters extra clearance, which is nice. Now, Yudashi can't see me because of the smoke screen, so I'm definitely opening up on him. Even a little bit of salvo really helps. You never know, destroyers end up on 5 health, on 2 health, that extra salvo will kill them, potentially. Send the torpedoes out, because I don't think they're going to hit the Yudashi, but they're going to at least disencourage him. Smoking up, because I see the Venom is trying to finish me off. Really don't like that. Retrospect, a bit risky shooting right now, but it's worth it. Sonar is back off cooldown, I've been using it. So I can finish off this Venom very carefully if he doesn't finish me off. Fortunately though, the Venom didn't see my torpedoes coming. And there we go. Now I can focus work on the Yudashi. Now, Yudashi's having a tough time with this one torpedo of mine. I don't know why, but... Is he going to take it? Oh, he did! Okay, wow. Oh, there we go. That's 2 destroyers for 1 torpedo strike, so that was pretty good there. Odin is coming in. I'm going to send some torpedoes his way. He should be running sonar if he sees what's been happening. He knows that there's a DD present. He knows that I was present. But at the minute, I don't want to risk it. I've got 530 health. I've got a smoke scene ready soon. But yeah, Odin has good sonar, so I'd rather not mess with him. I'll pop a smoke and maybe get a fire, because it looks like those torpedoes are going to hit him. Oh, never mind, they actually completely killed him. The only reason I pushed back on this cap is because of my friendly York's sonar. He pushed in when the battleship Leon was out of action, and the Odin was out of action, and he pushed in and helped me spot these destroyers, helped me knock them out. He actually spotted them with his sonar. So a tactical push like that really worked out in our favour. They're running away from New York, they're a bit confused, they're a bit dazzled, and meanwhile I'm trying to get these pot shots off and trying to capitalise on what he's done. And what we've done as a result is we've taken out 3 of their destroyers. I don't know what the 4th one, I think the 4th one, I don't know what happened to the 4th one, but he died as well. We've taken out 3 of the destroyers and we've eventually secured this cap. Sure, the enemy had it for a little bit, but ultimately we have control over the cat. We fought over that tooth and nail. And a York, which would be ordinarily not much of a match for an Odin, managed to get the win there because they've used island cover and he's used this smartly. Leon's burning very nicely. I'm feeling a bit ballsy right now after what happened in that encounter. Probably really shouldn't do this, but if I can guarantee this thing is dead, he's already fired his guns, so it's worth firing. There's no reason not to. Well, there we go, got a kill off that one. That was nice. But yeah, everything's been capped. There's only one ship left. There's nothing really to do. I'm on 4 kills, so if I can get the Kraken, great. If not, oh well. I've only got 1 smoke left though. That is one of the problems. I need to be careful about using my smoke. Because it only lasts like 30 seconds, I believe. And yeah, I need to be smart about it. 36,000 damage done. May not seem that much, but it's all on destroyers. And that is very, very high damage. It may not be, yes, I'm saying this is me taking on just destroyers. This is the adaptability of the Jervis. You could fight everything I fought there has an advantage in one way or another over me, but I have an advantage over them in one way or another. The Yudashi I can outgun, and I've got the sonar. The Venom, I may not be able to outgun him 100%, I probably could, but I have the smoke. I have consistent smoke. I don't have one big long smoke, I've got tons of smoke. Tons of little bursts. I've also got the sonar. Oh, there was the Z23 on our side of the team, I remember now. What do you call it? The Akazuki. I am faster than the Akazuki, oddly enough, and I have very harder hitting guns than the Akazuki. I don't have as rapid fire, but I have harder hitting guns. It's all about using your ship's strength to its potential. And you see the York, my division mate, used his gun. His biggest asset in this particular game was using his sonar and the threat of a cruiser killing. Because that cruiser, York, has got good HE, good AP, and it's got 6 torpedoes each side, which is quite a lot. I'm taking a bit of a ballsy risk here. This Eisenhower is running away, so I'm going to pepper him a little bit. If he turns back to shoot, then he gets broadside to the team. Even there are only 2 cruisers left, it's still worth it. It really, I mean, if I die, I die. I'm not too fast at this point. We've won anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely going to take a couple pot shots. Maybe I can start a fire. Now, going for me here, this could be my death if I didn't dodge that correctly. But yeah, bit risky play, but if you know you're going to win, you've got all 3 caps. Even if he kills 2 of us, all my division mate needs to do is run away, and I'm well aware of what he could do, you know? So even if I do die, I could just ask him to run away. So for me, making a risky move like that is perfectly acceptable. In a random battle with no division mates, probably wouldn't have risked it. Risked? Yeah, probably wouldn't have risked it, but yeah, you can see the benefits of a division play. You can see you can make these kind of calls. Now, I'm going to fire some torpedoes because I don't know if he's going to turn back. He looks like he's running to the edge of the map trying to discover 2 brothers, but hopefully I can get some torpedoes if he turns back. Fire 1 salvo over the island, completely undetected, which is nice. Fire another salvo, because at this point he's going to burn to death, and let's see if I can make sure I can secure this kill, and maybe get my Kraken. There's no reason not to shoot, your guns aren't even pointed towards me. I can get a couple of shots over the island as well. There we go. That's the Kraken unleashed. So, an example of using your ship to its strengths and working with your team can be a really important part of how you'd play with divisions and how you interact with the game. Now, 43,000 with a Kraken, not much damage, but it's all on DDs. 3,000 base XP. Medieval did well, I did well, and that Yudashi did well. Hope this guys helps you out, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.